Well, hello, welcome everybody. We're in the final moments of. Got the stream open. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Welcome everyone to this race, Melbourne Grand Prix. I've still got it open. Melbourne Grand Prix. I've still got it open. I've got about 50 copies of it anyway, so there we go. Sorry, it's been a bit of a hectic start up to this one, but we'll get there in a second. We're about to get this one started very shortly, so hang 10 for that. The sound might pop off again when we get away from this one, but we will start in no more than 9 minutes time. We're just confirming the final grid. There's a lot of new people, and thanks everyone that has popped in as well, that has just met me last night. Thanks for popping in. We've got this Melbourne Grand Prix race here in Australia. We can bring you all the entertainment that the real world can't. I know there's a lot of big races happening today. There's some all-star races. Max Verstappen, Lando Norris in their own separate streams later on today. But we want to show you that the little guy can do it. We can put on just as an exciting race as the big guys. You don't need to be in an exclusive club where you've been to an F1 eSports final, or you've raced in the real world professionally. You hold an FIA license of some sort, or you're a huge influencer. We don't need to have that to have a big race. So here we go. We're going to bring you that tonight. Very exciting in Australia. In about 7 minutes time, we'll be right back with you. And yes, I'll be back for the SFR tomorrow morning as well. The music's going to pop off for a second. I need to go do some talking, so don't adjust your sound. Yeah, I've just I've muted things because I've got some talking going on in the background, so the music will pop back on in a minute. But we've got 3 minutes to go. I know you usually get the music, but I need to talk to people, so I need to mute it. Unfortunately, it means the music mutes. But we'll be, like I said, we'll be starting with 3.5 minutes, sound and all. And everybody out there, just added 2 minutes for bots. We've got one more driver, then we're going. Get this one started. Thanks for your patience. It's appreciated. And if anyone's got F1 2019 booted up right now and wants to play, and you're my friend, just send me a request right now and I'll invite you. Alrighty. Well, hi, welcome everyone. We've got the Melbourne Grand Prix to get underway tonight. And as you can see, compound C4, C3, C2. I don't know if we're going to be using the intermediates or the wets because we just don't know. One shot qualifying for these boys. That's all we're giving them. This is the lobby. We did have a full lobby ready to go, but 5 drivers for some reason couldn't make it. Like I said, if you're on the PlayStation right now, hit me up. We'll get you in. But we're just waiting for one more. And then it's into one-shot qualifying and onto a full race distance here in Melbourne. And I'm very excited to see how this one plays out today. I've got Zen and Aussie with me in the commentary box. So 2 extra guys. Welcome along.
G'day. How are we?
G'day, gentlemen. I'm good. Making my commentary debut today. So see how it goes. I'll just be offering few insights. I'm not actually in the lobby, so I'll just be going off what you guys are doing. I'm watching the stream.
Well, Bots is in, so we can get this going. So yeah, one shot qualifying for everybody at home. I'm very excited to see how this one plays out because it is not normal. There's not a lot. This is it. One go at it. So we could get slow guys at the front, fast guys at the back. It could really mix the field.
It is a good way of doing it, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, a lot of these guys haven't raced with each other at all, so it's going to be very interesting how they, how much room they give each other. And I think being 100% race, everyone can afford to give everyone a bit of room. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, and we've turned the damage model down a little bit, given them the assists if they want them, just because of that. They're all strangers almost, some of these guys. So yeah, there's a lot of unknowns. But it's like a lot of unknowns. If this was the real Melbourne Grand Prix, we wouldn't know who's the fastest, who's the quickest, who's made the most gains.
Exactly.
So this is exactly the same as the real world, but this time there's no risk of getting coronavirus.
Correct. COVID-19 free.
Damn straight. Alrighty. Well, I don't know. We're just waiting for. What are we waiting for now?
The boys to go ahead and hit go.
Come on, boys. I think there's a few of them that haven't played. If anyone's on microphone in the lobby, just let them know.
Yeah, so we only got the one-shot quali. So the quali will only take roughly about 2 minutes.
Yeah, just a lap around the Melbourne Albert Park circuit. What's the lake? I can't remember the name of the lake.
Isn't it Albert Park Lake or something like that? Or
it could be just that simple, yeah.
Yeah, it could be that simple. I don't know.
You know, I've never even thought of that. What is the lake called?
I'm sure one of our viewers will put it up now in the comments while we're waiting for this session to start.
It's here's a track map anyway if you're unfamiliar with it. 5.3 kilometers, 16 turns. There is 3 DRS zones for them to utilize. And there's all the corners and all their glory. Turn 1 usually gets some people caught out. Doesn't matter what lap they're on, they get caught out. So turn 1, turn 2, very interesting. And especially off the start line, there could be some drama. Definitely some cars wide adding into turn 1. So I would expect that. Now, I'm sorry for this not starting. I don't know what's happening. I need them to go.
I think they're trying to wait for one driver to make it, but I don't think that they can.
Who are they waiting on?
I think it's Swatter, but I don't think he can make it.
Well, we need to go now. Because we've got drivers that are doing the the Race on Oz race after this, the SFR. Sorry, GT. I'm getting them all mixed up. GT Sport Race on Oz. We've got the Super Formula tonight. So straight after this, we've got another event with Race on Oz. I think Groove is part of that, going for the championship win. And but first, Formula One. This is what I wanted to see. And thank you for your patience. This one's going to pay off, I think. This one's going to pay off.
Here we go, eh?
Yeah, you're not right. You're not wrong, Rocky. Asking no worries about the weight, because where else can we watch some racing right now?
Exactly right.
Yeah, we're not being shown up by anyone else. I mean, I do like to keep it professional. And Zero has chucked in $2 already before a lap has been lapped. Always putting in the money. Zero, one of the big supporters on Demo 1. Thank you again very much, Zero, for your generous support. Beast mode activated. And
That's $2 more than the Australian GP in real life made this week.
Yeah, we've officially made more profit than, yeah. You're not wrong at all. Alrighty, so one shot qualifying. I'm expecting someone like Ming or Bots or Mike to do really well. I have to wait and see though.
Well, there's a lot of guys here we don't even know yet.
Oh, it's wet.
It's wet. One shot quality.
Wow.
And we didn't plan this. This is just fate because we got it on dynamic weather. But it was supposed to be wet for qualifying yesterday for the real Australian GP. Just putting that out there.
Well, it is exactly. It is Melbourne weather.
Definitely. Jesus, that's gonna hurt.
Gonna test a few of them out, eh?
Definitely will. We're just waiting for them to load in. If you are unfamiliar with this, once this is done, it chucks them straight into it. Here we go. So we're on with Bushchuk, who's falling down the order. He's in the Williams up towards turn 1. And where does he fit after this one? Oh, God, full wets as well. Oh, and Bushchuk, he's just held it together. Bambi's gone around as well. And there's going to be a few people that are just really hurting out there. Real Estate Guru right down the bottom. Aussie Sus. How are we going to say his name? Aussie Suspect. Aussie Suspect. He was winning in the Red Bull, but Groover, Thrustmax and BP have just jumped ahead. And Groover's on intermediate tyres as well. This is insane, some of the guys are doing. FNL1 Ming doing all right. Groover and Ming in the McLarens, they're swapping positions. Jetsy, and the racing pointy, he just collected up on the inside. BP's falling down the order in the Mercedes. He's usually on top of this podium when we get there, but it's the Red Bull boys that are doing really well. Aussie Suspect and Thrustmax on top at the moment. Into 11 and 12. God, they've got a lot to do here as well in the wet. Now, it could be a dry race as well, but anything could happen. We've lost Bambi as well through this qualifying session, so he'll start right at the back of the grid in 16th. But very interesting. The Red Bulls dominating this one early on. Just needs to get through now. Through up to 14 and 15. Thrustmax leading. Aussie Suspect, they're so close, these two. BP, he's been outgunned here tonight by some newcomers. And I think it's going to be Thrustmax. It is. SWAT has actually made the lobby. Suspect gets second. BP gets third. Groover and Ming. So some new names on top. BP, some known names down there in the middle. And Jetsy, 6th place. HRT. Very, very interesting indeed. And the wet weather's certainly thrown them a spanner.
I'll definitely put the cat amongst the pigeons here. We'll have to see, these two Red Bulls, what they're like in the race. But BP's no slouch, even in the wet.
No, he's not. And he's been beaten by what seems to be some very quick talent out there tonight. Welcome along, Aaron, AB Baker, and Rocky. It's good to have you along. This is going to be exciting, Andy. You're not wrong.
And welcome to Swatter, eh? He finally made it for the guys that wouldn't have a clue out there, but he was cutting it so fine. He's been downloading the game the last 2 hours just to get on.
Well, the more the merrier. So I'm pretty sure he'll be able to join the lobby. So
he will start from the back of the grid, I'm sure.
17th.
He really brought that Williams mojo to the race, the last minute parts.
I definitely needed to. You can see the wet tyre was the best tyre. Intermediates, Groover was the fastest intermediate runner. But yeah, very interesting decision. Now comes the weather for race day. And that's it. Qualifying's done. That's all they got, one lap. And we complain about it in GT Sport. About getting 5 minutes. They got one lap.
In the rain too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we didn't give them much of a chance, did we? But I'm really impressed by the two Red Bull guys because I've never seen them run, so I don't know what to expect. But to beat BP, especially someone like BP who, is a pretty decent runner in the wet, there's going to be an exciting race.
Yep. And I think the boys really have to, take this as a 100% race and not rush anything here. We've got to, even though we got the damage reduced, you can still crash hard enough that you can, give yourself a DNF. So,
easy.
Yeah, so you've got to take that in consideration. It will be, I think, what is it, 56 laps?
Yeah,
58 laps.
56, 58. I can't remember.
58 laps. Yeah. 58 laps. So we're on our formation lap now.
Well, good, because I need to go visit the little boys' room before we get into this one. So I'll let you take over and I'll be right back.
Alrighty, well, we've got the boys coming out now on their formation lap, looking to put some heat on their tyres. It looks very clear at the moment, I must say, so I'm not expecting any weather, but I've got my spies on the ground who will no doubt send me some messages to let me know if we have got any weather predicted for later on in this 100% 58 lap race. At the moment, the little boys are just going around. It's looking pretty good. What do you reckon, Oz? We're going to be in for a bit of a stellar, something new, I think, at the very least.
Definitely. And I was just having a look at the tyres that the front runners have chosen. Looks like Aussie suspect that both Red Bull boys are on the super softs, and BP and the Merc, he's gone the medium. So he's obviously going for a long first run here, because it's going to be interesting who chooses the two stops or the one stopper here with the 100% race distance. So this is definitely new to the eSports side of things anyway, because most people who do this out there are always doing 25% and 50% races. So see how this goes.
Definitely right. And I noticed something with our series on the 50%. It was always, but you were always better off going on the harder compound, not hard, but rather than a soft to medium, you would go medium to soft, because you don't have the laps to make that soft work for you initially. But in this situation with the full 100%, then yes, going on the softer tyre, if you believe that you have the pace and can set off and create that gap, then you may very well have an advantage.
That's right, if you're good at tyre conservation, for sure.
I hope I left you in comfortable hands, everyone. Here's the track though. Sector 1, 2 and 3, that's where they're all divvied up. Detection zones for them. 3 DRS zones to use. The one down the main straight's going to be used a lot today. And you need a good run out of 16 to get that effectively. But we're about to see the race start. I'm excited. I'm excited
too, but it looks like Swatter didn't make the cut. Did not make the grid there, unfortunately.
Well, luckily it's cleared up for everyone at least.
The race must go on.
It is. We tried to get full 20 grid. Trust me, that's a hard job to do. Here we go. Waiting for them. 3, 4, 5 lights. And racing, and there's a little bit of netco down the back, but I think there was a jump start by the Renault, so Andrew HRT might be called out from that one. But up into the first corner we go, and BP is pressurising those Red Bulls early on, and wow, he's up into second place, up through into second turn, and then it's a fight for positions down the midfield. Chook, Boss, Jetsy.
Thrustmaster's been taken out.
And so is one of the Williams. I did see your reaction, and there he is, Thrustmax down the back end. It's still a long race.
So he's not out. He's just at the back of the grid now. He'll have to just resettle, and he's definitely going to have some kind of damage. He'll probably have the pit. The safety car is out though, nevertheless.
So we're just
watching.
Must
be a bit of debris on the road.
It could be. Have a look on the replay. Yeah, you can see the Racing Point, the Alpha Tauri now, all touched into the corner, and then we saw Thrustmax out the back end of that one. But we haven't lost anyone, thankfully. So we can continue on in the knowledge that everyone's still on track.
Well, we're I'm counting 3 cars with damage. They're no doubt going to be Thrust, Max, FT Jetsy, and Andrew HRT all have damage, varying degrees of front wing damage. That is.
Yeah, we're just waiting for them to come around. So the field will get picked up. So lap 1 is a safety car. Not surprising for Melbourne at all. There's usually a pretty good chance of a safety car in Melbourne.
And yeah, to be honest, they did survive turn 1 better than I expected. But yes, turn 3 will, as it does in real life, they get through turns 1 and 2, and then we have big carnage in turn 3.
That's where it tightens up. That's right.
And yeah, this is going to help the guys on the soft tyres as well at the moment, because we do have strategy to think about. Where did Mike down there in 13th? So
yeah, he didn't set a lap time, so obviously he might have got pinked. He might have got caught out while he was trying to set his lap time. So yeah, he was at the back of the grid at the start of the race, and Mike's probably smart enough to just let this pack get away from him a little bit to avoid any initial carnage. And I guess the guys are all feeling out whose internet is what, and how stable it is, and who you can go toe to toe with.
Yeah, like at the start, HRT looked like, I don't know, he sort of jumped the start, but I don't know if that was anything to do with latency. But I don't think he's got a jump start.
No penalties.
So he's all good. So yeah, it must have just been the way it all looked. But it's Aussie Suspect who leads in front of BP. Probably 2 of the fastest guys at the moment leading this field. Bots is in behind them as well. And yeah, very exciting up the front now. I'm really keen to see someone give it to BP, because for so long BP, dominates in the FNL1 series. He does get some drama with the likes of Mike and Hawks, but in a completely new field, very interesting to see.
Definitely. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think I know that name sounds familiar. Me and Oz were talking about it, Aussie Subsec, from Project Cars days, I'm sure.
It was from Project Cars. We raced with him before, yes. He is quick.
So we're on to the second lap under the safety car, and then once the field catches up, which will be this lap, we should go back to green flag racing on the start of lap 4. So
it took them a while to bunch up, didn't it, considering it was only lap 1?
But we had
but the
3
pit
into
stops.
the pits, yeah.
That's why, yeah.
Zeeth is asking us about the coronavirus.
We're a corona-free stream today here, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is the corona-free race.
100% certified corona-free. You won't pick up anything nasty here. And we've got open spectators. We've made more money than the real Australian Grand Prix has.
We don't have the government involved.
We didn't have drivers go home in the middle of the night. If you do want to listen to a podcast, though, because me and Aussie, we've done the Lights at F1 podcast. Some of you might have seen it yesterday. It's up on the YouTubes, but we'll get it up on the Podbean and audio version. We'll get it out tonight or tomorrow.
That's where you can get all of our insights and opinions on the coronavirus. For today, for this race, we are corona-free.
We are. And there it is, safety car in this lap. So we're ready to get racing again, and Aussie Suspect will take control of the field. BPVA doesn't know his tricks of the trade yet, so he needs to watch him closely, and he can't be caught sleeping because Aussie Suspect, he looks like he's quick. He's the Max Verstappen of this race. Scotty Hawks. Hit the like button. Thank you very much, bro. It's too bad you couldn't make it into this one, but hope they did all right in the Sebring race yesterday.
I believe they finished 16th. They had a little bit of issues. They ran into some carnage.
So, side by side. Bots. Oh, look at the field. It's totally bunched up.
Yeah.
Suspect is just waiting to get this one going. Crystal Butcher, hit the like button. Thank you very much. And he's gone back to racing speeds. BP gets slightly called out. That's a fantastic start from Aussie. And now it's Bots who's right up inside the exhaust fumes of BP and might have a go up into turn 1. Inside, not quite just yet. Everybody slots back into their positions. And there's been a real estate guru who's lost a position down to 10th place, so he's in behind his teammate in the Alpha.
Bots was, got the door closed on him there by BP, and he was probably, Bots, made sure that, he gave himself enough leeway if, it was going to cause the issue. But it was a nice block there by BP, and Bots was definitely in with a shout.
We've got someone around. Major Dan had an issue. No, I think that was just Andrew HRT. He's struggling at the back. I don't know if he's got damage, I think. No, the cars look okay. Those black end plates sort of blend in with everyone. But Thrust Max, he's making his way through the field nicely. He's back up into 13th. Damo has hit the like button there and subscribe. Kiwi's in some trouble. What has happened to Kiwi? He was off to the side. Everybody going through past him. The car looks okay through 11 and 12, but he was going a lot slower than the rest. I think Jetsy's going to get around him here too. Yeah, something going on with Kiwi's car.
Interesting. He's on the soft tyre too, so he's got to really get a move on to make that strategy work at all for him. And I think part of the problem here is Bots is now really getting right up close to BP. That's the key here. Bots needs to get up in front of BP to make his soft tyre strategy work, or else Aussie Suspect is just going to pull away. Now BP, he can afford a bit of margin to Suspect because he's on a different strategy, and we can only, we won't know how that'll play out until much later on in this race.
Well, Guru and Kiwi, they're in. So Kiwi's into his pit box, team ready. He needed a new front nose there, so he's lost something. And Real Estate Guru, I don't know if he had a penalty because he's just done like a drive-through there, so he's in and out.
Yeah, definitely looked like a drive-through, didn't it?
It did.
Ming's all over the back of Bushchook here, applying a lot of pressure.
The Aussie Suspect's getting out a nice little lead. Let's have a look at Ming. Look at this one on the Williams. There's a nice little battle in behind as well. Schnell leaves that little field of 3. It could turn into 5 if they can catch up, but this midfield battle looks like it's going to get really tasty and exciting. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Oh, big moment. Big moment. Ming. Oh, they're called out. They're called out there. That was, Ming,
no.
Ming. What are you doing? Oh, God.
That's Stroll of Essence.
That was not very smart, was it?
Oh, there's more. Oh.
So have a look at this replay as we come through. We watch the cars. I don't know how it happened. It happened with Ming and then Bushchook, and then he just didn't have the patience to wait, or he thought he had the room to go. Oh, that was not very smart.
Safety car is out. The car's deployed.
Yeah, he did Stroll and Vettel in one there, didn't he?
Oh.
That was it last year.
Well, he just came in a little bit too hot. I don't think that, it was so much of an issue that he wouldn't have made the corner. He was just taking a slightly different line. But as we've said all the time, the guy behind needs to be aware of what the guy in front's doing. In a corner like that, if the guy in front lifts a little bit earlier, you have to be ready for it. And unfortunately, Ming wasn't there.
No, he wasn't indeed. And I think he got penalised for that re-entry.
He did.
Yeah, he deserved those penalties because he caused 2-3 other cars to get collected up in it that didn't need to be.
He was either very unsighted or he was just very eager to get back on it because he from the cockpit you can't really see too much to the sides. So
I know, but he's got the benefit of having the track map, the HUD.
Yeah. I mean, there's no excuses now for that. Yeah, we just can't do it. We've seen it in real life, and we're aware of what it does. And in a corner like that, I mean, those boys are coming in there in 6th gear, probably. It's just not on. But anyway, we'll let the game decide that one, which it did, and the racing continues. No one is out of the race.
No, I don't know how, but.
And to be honest, I think with the safety car, everyone is still on the lead lap, so it's all still to race for.
Yeah,
I think definitely keeping it that compact, isn't it?
Oh Jesus! I think that reduced damage model has helped some stay in this one, actually.
Most definitely.
suspect, just having a nice and easy at the front and getting practice at his safety car restarts.
Yeah, well, he's pitted and he's gone on the. I'm sorry. That was actually, where is BP?
He pitted.
He did pit. Okay, that's what I thought. One of them did pit.
So there's your stops. Thrust has gone in. Jetsy, BP, Bambi, Kiwi, Chook. HRT's had 2 stops and Ming's had 1. So half the field have gone in. Half the field are yet to take into the pit lane.
The real question is, why would BP have pitted? Did he have damage? He must have had some damage because he was on the harder tyre. Like, he's put himself in an awkward situation now.
Well, maybe he realised that his strategy call was probably wrong, but to change it, I would have thought he would have done it if he knew that he had a bigger buffer or a bigger gap to fall into. By the look of it, he didn't have that gap, so maybe your theory is right that he did have some minor damage.
Interesting to watch him fight back through now.
Yeah, something definitely forced his hand.
Yeah, it was odd. I saw him coming in with the rest of them, and he was a little ways down the order too. So, yeah, I don't know where it happened, but it definitely, he decided to come in.
Poorcock saying, just like in real life, pissed that safety car off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that we don't have Hawks here screaming out, "My tyres are going cold. My tyres are going cold."
That's right.
No, but Bots is doing well. He's now up into second, keeping it clean.
Yeah, let's see if Bots can put a challenge up to the new fella here. Both on the same tyres, so the grid's sort of been reset. Let's see what Bots has got.
And Schnell as well. Not doing too bad in the other Ferrari. And then Groover, you wouldn't notice Groover from Race on Oz. So he's got a Super Formula race tonight. So this sort of goes hand in hand with sort of what they've been doing. It's high downforce, high speed, and up into 4th place. He'll be hoping for a good finish here today. Podium, definitely going for the podium. Ooh, that was a wide one from Aussie. But I think he's going to get Kiwi. Bambi gets a penalty for a collision with Kiwi. So that happened. But we're back up to racing speed. Bots now stays in behind, and we go back up into turn 1. The first 5 get through. Thrustmax cuts the inside corner a little bit. So does Major Dan. Real Estate Guru's got a bit of a lead to defend.
Bots was looking for the inside there, and I was a suspect.
HRT.
I said, "What the door?" But Bots has lost it. Oh no! Now he has to wait. Oh, it's a disaster for Bots. As the field goes around, he's find a gap now to come back in. He's done well to rejoin. They just, got on the throttle there coming out of turn 3, and it spun him right in front of the Ferrari.
Let's put Groover up into second with Epic there with him. Oh, Epic! Look at that! Chucks it up the inside. That was a big move. I don't know how he's fit through there, but he's done it.
That was remarkable, actually.
He held it, didn't he?
And now Schnell's all over the back of Groover.
Schnell is all over the back of Groover. Schnell might go for a move here, down the inside.
He's got himself nicely placed.
Has he got the pace? He does.
Nicely done. Clean. The cleanest move so far.
Yeah, that's good to see. So they're getting into the rhythm of things. I think the boys want to go, oh no!
Oh!
Groover's...
a tap.
Schnell, he just needs to get off the road. Major Dan's coming around, so he's gone past his teammate. I don't know how they've avoided that one. Safety car again.
Safety car again, and that was a tap. It was a same scenario as happened before. Their Groover just...
Oh, God, BP just squeezed into the pit lane then.
That was very Hamilton-esque.
I think was there damage on... I'm just leaving a look if there was damage. I saw carbon fibre flicking up. Yes, there's damage on the Groover's right-hand end plate on his front wing there. So that I think he touched... who was that in front of him?
Oh, BP.
Schnell. I think he touched Schnell.
BP just had a very late dive into the pit lane. So on that, Jetsy's out too. So I don't know when Jetsy's... It was that Jetsy that activated the safety car, was it? Because I thought it was the Ferrari's gone around that
Yeah, no, I think it was. But they could have been secondary impact to that,
Might have been in the backfield where the cameras didn't catch it.
It's a shame I can't flick in between like on GT Sport you can hit a marker and then go back to the moment and watch it from all different angles.
Well, this is definitely now. If you look at it, it's brought Mike into contention. It's actually reset Thrustmaster. It's brought him right back into contention as well. These two guys are on the medium tire. Yeah, Thrustmaster Max. And we've got Major Dan on the hard as well in 6th place. So, now this is where the strategy could play into these guys' hands. We don't forget, guys, we've got a limited amount of safety cars that the game deploys. What was the number? I think about 8.
6.
6, and we're already at 3.
I think a few of these boys have forgotten that this is 100% race distance. They're just getting a bit too eager and trying to make that move.
Yeah, I think they have it. I mean, like 58 laps is a long way, and
It's a long way to go.
We've been going now the stream's going for an hour. The race has probably been going for about half an hour. We've had 10 laps. So
yep, that just clicked over 10 laps.
Yeah, so we could even get the time up before, we get to the 58. Because what's the limit? Is it 2 hours a limit for a Grand Prix?
2 hours, yep.
Yeah. So we can't go. It won't go over that. But yeah, there's a limit to 6 safety cars per race. They got that from using historical data, and I think the maximum safety car deployment in one race was 6. So that's why they were like, well, 6 is all we'll put out, which seemed weird, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, and have we verified that it does include the virtual safety car in that 6 number?
I think it does. But I guess today's a great test case because.
We will definitely hit that number.
If they don't bloody settle down, there's going to be another safety car in a few more laps' time, unfortunately. I want to see some racing because what we've seen has been good. It's just, some of these moves, they don't need to make such desperate moves.
As Zen said earlier, it's all this factor of these guys aren't used to running with each other. We just chuck them all together in the lobby and off you go, boys. So that definitely playing a part as well. But I just think that little bit of eagerness, they just got to calm themselves down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Safety car is in this lap. We've got the signal from race control.
That's nice. It's a pity we don't have V8s going around later on.
Yeah.
I tell you what, having no Grand Prix is just. I was looking forward to this weekend because the Melbourne Grand Prix weekend, especially in Australia, it's the only good weekend you get for us anyway. That's a good time.
Are you telling me?
I know.
My whole weekend felt like it just vanished.
It did. Yeah, it doesn't feel like. I feel like I've just lost my Saturday, Sunday to when I was in the Navy. I've been told I've got to go duty on the weekend. Anyway, all right, we're going to get this one restarted again. Aussie suspect holds him up. He likes to hold them into that last corner and get the power down. And he tries to separate himself from the rest of the field. Epic Game stayed with him nicely. Groover, though, he's got a bit of competition. His name is Mike. He's going to dive up the inside. No, he's kept it clean with him. Major Dan. Oh, Kiwi goes around the outside of Major Dan. And he gets a move done up into the first turn. So, big moves being made already. Ming and BP, they're down in 9th and 10th. Oh, BP, no, he thinks better of it and sits back in behind. He sees the door open up, though. And Ming, he's now going to be fighting side by side with him. And BP in the Mercedes, he might get him done here. Oh, squeezed into the wall. He's survived it. Around goes the Williams. Oh, no. BP survived. Bushchuk survived. Wow. And the race.
And Mike's taking Groover for 3rd spot while all that was going down.
And the race continues. Wow. Watch this replay. You can see here with Ming and BP, he got sort of caught out by the Ferrari and then squeezed into the wall, and then just ahead, I don't know what happened to the guy in the Williams car, and damn, so lucky to survive that one.
He just lost it on the curb.
Big impact. The way out. Big impact. But yeah, the race continues, and Aussie suspect, 1 second lead. So it was a good restart lap, bit chaotic, but the race continues on. And Thrust Max, he's done well to get himself up to 5th because he was down the bottom of the field after that first safety car.
That's the battle pack now between the Red Bull, Toro Rosso and the McLaren.
And Kiwi backed out there. He sort of lifted down the straight. He was chasing Thrust Max. Groover, well, he went wide out of the corner. He was lucky to keep control as they, mount the curbing. Major Dan and Bots, there's been something happen to the Ferrari as Schnell's going slow. Oh, Schnell's coming in rather. It was Major Dan that's had issues. But I think he's getting back up the pace again. And Schnell just had to avoid touching the backside of Bots there. And he's going to go through up beside the McLaren of Ming. Ming in all sorts of trouble here. 2 spots gone down the order. Side by side with Schnell through the corner again. And the Ferrari, he had the superior grip and he's made it work. There's been some big overtakes here at the moment. So, Ming just overcooks it into the complex there. Major Dan, recovery. Real Estate Guru now in 11th place. He's got F1 Bambi on his tail. The gap there 7/10. So Bambi looking to move up the order and get within the top 10 if he possibly can. BP's down the order after that big accident. His strategy's really gone out the window early on with these safety cars.
My mate Thrustmaster's about to make a move on Groover. Down the straight. Oh, well, they haven't got DRS yet activated, but he's still going to make the move.
He will.
Sticks it down the inside and makes it stick. Beautifully done.
That's what you like to see, and he can just work his way up the order now. His next target's Mike. Mike likes to defend aggressively, so this could be interesting. Kiwi's going for a move. Didn't have the pace. DRS has been activated again this lap, though.
So now Thrust Max and Mike, they need to really settle down into a rhythm now, because really there's the only person that's had a rhythm is been Aussie Subspect out there, and maybe a little bit of it now. And they need to get to the end of their stints now and see where this strategy is going to place them.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just you or me, but the cloud covered up. It just looked like it was starting to get a little bit greater in areas, so I don't know if there's rain on the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
The sun is still shining, but I don't know. There could be some... I mean, it is Melbourne. Anything could happen, the weather in Melbourne, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's just started to snow.
Well, that will definitely spice things up. And I'm just talking about wet, not snow.
Yeah, Groover ran wide out of 6 and 7, I think it was, and Kiwi got through him there, and Kiwi's been able to hold him off fairly well since. They go past the start-finish line, and Thrustmaster. That's going to be his name from now on.
Yeah.
He's chasing down Mike, and Mike's doing well to hold him off. And Mike obviously got into the lobby as a reserve, so he got the Williams, I'm suspecting. That's why he's not in the Ferrari.
Yeah, I think that was the case.
Anyway, it'll be really good to see the Williams back up in podium positions again. I don't know if that'll happen this year, but who knows? Maybe we're predicting the future here, foreshadowing the return of Formula One.
Mike's definitely been getting the hurry on. He went really wide there, and I think that was like turn 7. He's getting the pressure put on him now by good mate Thrustmaster.
He's coming. I wonder if Thrustmaster uses a Thrustmaster. Florian, welcome along as well, bro. Thanks for hitting the like button. Actually,
they're both on the same tyres here too, so
yeah,
this is an interesting battle building.
Yeah, he's 12 laps old. Mike's 13 laps old tyres, medium tyres. The 2 guys ahead of them on the soft, so it's no surprise that they're ahead. But those softs are going to fall off the cliff shortly, you'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be pushing those softs to lap 20, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, they've had a few safety cars, so that does help the situation.
That is true, yeah.
But some of the rest of them will have a bit to do. It's good to see they've all settled into their pace now and sort of getting into the rotation of a 100% race.
Exactly.
Yeah, Bambi looks like he's trying to set real estate up. Guru could get his Guru done here by the little deer.
Oh, he's coming around. The racing point's nice and tight to the back end of him. The Alfa Romeo, sort of an unsuspecting victim, into turn 14. Concertina effect gets them closer together. The DRS for Bambi will be effective. Let's see how he works it out. Down the back straight, DRS is on. Oh, Guru's out.
Oh, no, that was a little bit of a glitch there. I think a bit of net code.
So he's racing from the United States with us, so that could be an issue. He had to get up at 5 a.m. for this race.
It could be. It said Thrustmax left as well, so hopefully Thrustmax can rejoin. Because that was an interesting battle.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely taking the heat off Mike.
Yeah.
Damn you, internet.
I know. It's frustrating when things like that happen. But we were talking about that in, I think one of the podcasts was like, you just got to treat it like a engine failure or something in eSports.
That's what I've always said.
Yeah.
That's our mechanical failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much you can do. I mean, the driver luckily can sort of rejoin.
All right, Bots is setting up Groover now down the main straight, well within DRS zone.
Yeah, Watts is getting close.
He's juicing her up.
He is. He's got that. He's got the flap open, the actuator working, into the braking zone, and Groover's just had to let him go because Bots make the move, and it's now him and Kiwi, the two Toro Rossos, which is no more. It's AlphaTauri. Oh, he's gone wide at.
Bot.
Big. I don't know. Did he miss his braking zone there? That was an awkward one from Bots.
He's got to do that all over again now.
As we watch, you can see on the side screen, just he got the move done. And as we came into the braking zone, I don't know if he sort of touched the grass on the outside, but I don't know.
Groover didn't really show his nose there, so it was. I didn't think that Bots was under massive pressure to pull that one up late. I mean, if the game had it, I would have called it brake failure rather than he missed his braking marker. But
Ming's had an incident, so Guru's gotten around him, and BP's back up through the order now into the top 10. But Ming, wide at the same corner. So some of the drivers are getting called out now. Bit of endurance getting to them.
Aussie Suspect got a big buffer, almost 7 seconds to Epic. They're on the same tyres. Mike's another 8 seconds behind Epic. So right now, Aussie Suspect, he's going to probably look at this gap and, if he can stretch out a couple of more seconds here, he could pit and maybe, just maybe get in front of Mike. But at this stage, he'll be in front of Groover if he pits now. But behind Crazy.
Not wrong. Here goes Ming. He gets Real Estate Guru there, and he moves up into 11th. So BP's moving through the order as well. He'll be on the backside of Bambi before you know it, I think. Thank you, Damp Sandwich on Twitch. Good to have some new followers out there. Hope you like esports, because we've got more coming up after this Grand Prix today. But yeah, we've got a very interesting race unfolding up the front with, Suspect. Massive lead. Hamilton-esque pace at the moment.
Bots is now lining Groover back up. They're on the just coming out of or into 11 and 12. Back DRS section to follow.
It is. So yeah, Bots will get the detection. So he's gone wide. Bang inside the wall. Thrustmax has joined back into the race, luckily. But that was all Bots. All Bots.
No.
I don't know if his setup is not right or something, but he's just really having trouble getting that car.
Really having trouble. Yeah. Yeah, very, very uncanny, that.
Mm.
Yeah, adding to 12. He cut 11. Oh, that wasn't Bots. Well, that was Kiwi.
Kiwi's now putting some pressure on Mike here. They're on the same tyres, but Kiwi's, probably 4 or 5 laps younger tyres, and he's really putting the hurry on. It's all going defensive, and Kiwi takes him into turn 3.
Nice.
Oh, but the switchback, and he's pulled it back off, Mike. That was a great bit of racing by those two guys.
That was close as well. There was almost a pit manoeuvre done.
Yeah, that was very close. And that was close too. They came in really late on the brakes there, Crazy Kiwi. But, Mike's just not really got the pace that we expected him. And I know Kiwi's got the slightly younger tyres, but he's really putting the hurry on Mike now.
Yeah, it's interesting because Mike's usually quite confident. Oh, on the grass there. That's an interesting place for Kiwi to end up.
Oh, as he cuts the corner there in the turn 12.
He did that last lap as well. I don't think he's got the confidence through there sometimes because the car just wasn't set up.
Yeah, well, the boys have raced on this track only, a couple of months ago, so they'd have their setups already preset,
A lot of them would, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was sharing out some of the old clips from Melbourne.
Epic's in the pits. Epic's pitted.
Let's see what he does. So he's 17-lap-old soft tyres.
Going on the mediums, it looks like.
It says softs on my screen.
Yeah, it did. Hell, it is softs.
So he's two-stopping.
Yeah.
Interesting strategy call.
Yeah, he's two-stopping, yeah. He's going on the softs, yeah.
Bottas is in as well.
The graphic looked like they were holding medium tyres, though, the pit crew. But we know this game's not perfect.
No. There's been a few chicken wings there for bots today. But luckily not too expensive.
So there you go. That's put Epic, in that gap now between thrust.
Oh, there's a battle happening between Ming and Schnell, and they were side by side into one, and something had to give, and Ming won out.
Schnell doing all right in that Ferrari today. He should have been a little bit higher up, but I think he made that one. No, he didn't make the mistake. He actually got a little bit pushed in the butt there. Of course, the third safety car, I think, by Groover, I think it was earlier on.
I was thinking just before when Josh was saying how Mike doesn't seem quite on it, and we're seeing bots struggling a little bit here as well today, and I'm wondering if the full fuel load is actually affecting it for these guys too, because normally they're used to doing the 50% races, so the car might feel a little different.
That's true. Kiwi got the move on Mike down the front straight rather, so Mike falls back to third, and it was an easy overtake for Kiwi.
It was indeed, but did you notice how Kiwi, when he overtook him, he cut the nose straight off Mike there? Was that a signal of, gee whiz, Mike?
I don't know. It could be.
That was really aggressively came across the nose of him just as they entered the braking zone.
Well, unless he's just trying to open the corner back up again, because it's an odd corner to do sort of any other way. But, never know.
You never know. All right, we've got 14 competitors still going. We've had 2 guys out so far.
Schnell goes for a move on Ming. Same corner, turn 1. I was letting everybody know that's where the action's going to be. And another overtake. And Schnell gets 9th place. Ming has to work on it again.
Schnell doing really well on that medium set of tyres.
He is. And Ming's just got to stay pace with him now, because he's on softs. So
Mike and Kiwi are exchanging paint again.
It's good.
And Mike's come out second best here, but he's held it.
No. Oh, yeah, we just got
held it.
Back end
Mike,
of that.
the drift king.
He had a bloody full lock and everything. He's done well to hold it, though.
He's done real well to hold that,
I'm not sure if his tyres will be praising him as much as you blokes are.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there is absolutely no love lost between these guys. There's Aussie Suspect that's pitted. He's coming out now. Looks like 3rd place. Yes, he is. Right on the back of Mike.
Epic's just gone
on the softs.
And Epic's just gone the fastest lap, 125. So it's starting to heat up now when they get through the fuel load.
Well, definitely the 2-stop strategy looking like the go.
Groover's in.
Paul Azimo from the chat there, just make sure you hit like on the Demo 1 Facebook page and the FNL 1 Facebook page, bro, and you will know these events are on.
Bots is coming to Ming again, down the front straight. There's people exiting the pit lane as well. This could get quite tight. A bit of a squeeze. Bots gets it done. And Groover's just ahead of him, so he's in the McLaren sandwich now in 10th place. Very, very exciting as the first round of pit stops start to unfold.
I think the next one, Aussie Suspect, he's on the fresh tyre now. He's all over the back of Mike. It's going to be interesting how because Mike wants to stay out there a little bit longer.
Oh, Bots! Oh, I don't know what he's done. He had the squirts through the corner. He's touched up the inside of Groover, pushed his way through, elbowed around. Oh, I don't know how that was scary there for Bots.
I tell you what, if Bot sees the checkered flag, he's going to know he's at a race today.
I think Mike's going to get done now by Suspect down the main straight. He's blocking nicely, but there's nothing he can do. DRS assist. He's going to have to let Suspect go through, and he does. Gives him a little tap as they come out of the corner, just to good measure.
He'll get away with that, luckily. Yeah, good.
It's going to be interesting to see if Mike's going to try to go for the one-stop strategy here.
Yeah, I know. It will be interesting, but the pace of the soft tyre and Aussie Suspect on that soft tyre, I don't think that... And Mike's not showing any great pace at the moment, so the one-stopper might not be enough.
Ming and Groover. They're very tight now to the back end of box. Paul Osimo, welcome along. Hit the like button, thank you, bro. And it's the two McLarens now. They're gonna face off each other shortly. So Bots needs to get the hurry up and move along because he's got some very, very fast guys in behind on some very quick tyres.
Suspect now is going to make a move on Crazy in the back DRS zone. Crazy blocks him nicely, holds his line. Definitely not making it easy for the new guy.
No,
but I
why
think
would you?
He'll be a sitting duck now in this start finish line DRS zone.
He's got 17 lap.
Yeah, he's got him now.
Look at that. It's like a slingshot activated. Slings past him.
Yeah, not much you can do there.
Looks like Suspect's done that before.
Yeah, Kiwi's just got to play out his strategy now, and Kiwi's probably more likely to try and pull this off as a one-stopper rules, I reckon. He's got he's actually technically already made one stop because of the damage. But from here on in, he can treat it like a one-stopper. He's got the slightly younger medium tyres. And, theoretically, he can go back on the mediums because did he start on soft tyres or was he on mediums? Because I know he's done one stop.
I
can't remember what he started on.
Mike's the only one that hasn't stopped yet.
Mike's the only one who hasn't officially stopped, yeah.
I think if you're going to actually try the one-stop strategy, you're going to have to go probably another 10 laps, probably to lap 32, 33, and even then, I guess with a lighter fuel load, you probably get home on the softs, I reckon.
Yeah, but that's the question. Will the medium last? I would be more looking at going on the hard, but then, like you said, you probably have to make that call sooner than later. I don't know how badly they've treated their tyres, you see, and I know we've been criticising Mike's pace, but maybe that's exactly what he's doing. He's trying to stretch that medium tyre out as much as he can.
True, well, he does have a racing head on him, you know that, so he could be thinking the long game.
Yeah, Groover, Butts and Ming, though, they're all still in tight formation down there in 8th, 9th and 10th, so the three of them haven't been able to skip away from each other just yet. Groover leads the trio. He's doing a good job of controlling it. Bots he's had a few mistakes here and there, and he's had another one, and that's going to give Ming the run. Almost 3 wide. He's on his teammate now. Side on with Groover. Oh, and he's pushed his teammate off.
Groover and Ming.
Oh my god.
there will be words in the pit garage.
Oh yeah, that was I don't know where it came from. Groover sort of looked like he was comfortably in front, and then we come into the braking zone. Ming sort of rocketed out of the corner, got up beside his teammate here, and then turned in and then just pretty much turned Groover into the wall.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, they interlocked. I don't think it was intentional, but somehow they got that close and interlocked, and then they just drove each other off the track.
So that's just more work for Groover now on lap 24.
Josh, can you cut to Zach Brown, please?
Yeah.
Oh, that would... it's got to be Gunter Steiner. That'd be better if it was two Hasses going at it.
But the old Ocon Perez days.
Yes.
Do you remember the incident in Singapore?
When he drove him into the wall, yes.
Yeah, squeezed him into the wall.
Yeah, that was just crazy. Absolutely.
But then he got his revenge at Spa, didn't he?
Yeah. Also into the wall, squeezed. on the
Yeah, it
inside
was the
that
other way
time.
around, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Perez squeezing Ocon
Yep.
into the wall at Singapore, so then Ocon squeezed Perez into the wall at Spa. Tit for tat.
Aaron
No, I
Hamilton.
think it was.
Thank you, Aaron
the
Hamilton.
Spa-
Sorry, Real Estate Guru gets the move on Major Dan there, so Major Dan's fallen to 13th.
Just keeping an eye on BP's pace there. I'm just seeing how he's going on. What's his tyres there? 18 lap old tyres. We know that he also pitted. He was on the. He went onto the soft and then pitted again and went onto the medium. So, he will have to pit again, obviously. But yeah, just seeing where he's going to feed out once all this settles.
Just look at Aussie Suspect's pace. He's just pulled out that 6-second gap now. So
Yeah, he has.
he's race to lose from here on, I'll tell you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, really, Epic was the only one that was sort of on the same strategy, and you can see now that the gap with both Kiwi and Mike, Epic's not in the running here. I think Epic will be lucky at this stage to even get a podium.
New tyres for Major Dan. He's got new soft tyres. So he wants the pace at the front. A bit of an adjustment on the wing as well. He'll feed back out in 14th. But yeah, Aussie Suspect. It's take note, because this guy is quick. He's getting through some lap traffic as well at the moment. So some of these drivers would probably like another safety car now to sort of close them back up again.
Yeah, after that flurry of safety cars we had.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
No, exactly.
Oh, I'm not wishing for it. I'm just saying the drivers are probably sitting out there wishing for something similar.
Well, we definitely got, by our estimation, we've got another 3 safety cars up our sleeve.
We do. We didn't use them all. I don't know how we got out of the safety car rut that we're in, but I don't know. The game just sort of went, nah, don't call that one as a safety car. Let them run. And it's we've had green flag racing since, which is it's nice because there was I think people getting sick of the safety cars at some point.
Yeah.
Bottas is trying to catch up to Schnell, but Schnell's just got consistent pace here at the moment in that Ferrari. We've seen Bottas make, we've mentioned it a few times, a few mistakes here and there. He just needs to get himself together. He's not far off, 1.5 seconds. And his tyres are a lap newer as well, so he needs to work on it, and he could possibly get Schnell in the pit stop phase. Justin Tyndall, thank you for hitting the like button there, brother. Good to have you along.
So Epic now, he's now putting some pressure on Mike, it seems.
He's getting close, isn't he?
I think Mike's definitely going for the one-stopper, boys.
Yeah, it's starting to look like that.
Otherwise, there's no real point in doing a two-stopper from this point, I would suggest.
Well, it is if you're trying to maximise, because he hasn't gone on the soft tyre yet. Now, really he's inside the window to go on the hard if he so chooses. That's the way I see it.
Yep.
But maybe he wants to, surely he's not going to go for a one-stopper with only going on the soft tyre once, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm starting to think he's trying to do. I think he's trying to stretch this out as long as he possibly can. We saw Aussie Suspect and a few of the other guys coming in with their softs on lap 22, lap 23, and that's with a heavy car. So realistically, he should be able to do 25, 26 laps with the car lightening up on fuel.
That is true, but we're only at the halfway mark, and now, how much time is he losing on these tyres as it stands?
That's the point. Yeah.
Here we go.
It looks like Epi's going to get him here easy, comfortably.
Down the
Pulls out.
Look at that. That's an easy. Oh, he's gone wide.
Oh, he's overcooked that.
Oh, Mike will be pleased with that one.
Mike's coming up to a back marker now. I think is that Major Dan or Real Estate in the other? Yeah, I think that's Real Estate
Guru.
Yeah, Real Estate. Yeah, no, he does the right thing. Lets him go by. Blue flags. Well done, Real Estate. Okay, he gave plenty of real estate there.
Definitely did.
That's good driving, good awareness.
Yeah, you got to applaud that as well. And you know what I like as well? Like I've been watching a lot of the R Factor 2. There's a GT Challenger series and a GT Pro series. And in the Pro series, I don't know, we're probably this stage of the race, and the guys at the back half of them just pulled over and retired. And I'm like, you can't be doing that. Like,
no, we definitely do not encourage that at all.
No, and like these guys they're racing for money.
Yeah, which makes it. And Epic now makes a move, but he's cooked it on the inside.
Okay.
I thought that was a back marker, but you're right, it was Epic.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so close.
Oh, he was so close. Mike just put made his car, 4 or 5 inches wider, and it just sort of caught Epic out there. He couldn't get the car fully rotated. And they made contact, and Epic sort of bounced off him and then got a massive amount of oversteer and managed to save it before he hit the wall, though.
Yeah, he did well. He turned the car in, the back end went out, and saved drama, well, much more drama happening. Kept him out of Mike's body kit anyway.
The next battle, Bots on Schnell now, getting it ready for the DRS zone onto the main straight.
Ooh, Bots gets a little bit wide.
Bots has been doing today so far. Let's see how this pans out. Maybe there's something wrong with his DRS getting stuck open. Because he seems to, just gets a bit of a tap there, and on the rear tyre there, you see that with the full simulation damage, that probably would have been a puncture, but he'll get away with it here, and he gets the DRS in the second bite of the cherry as well.
Yeah, the punctures this season F1 have been absolutely brutal. You get them for riding over a stone sometimes.
Well, that's the idea of simulation damage, I guess.
Yeah, I understand it, but sometimes I'm just like, wow, it's harsh.
Yeah, it is harsh.
Well, the invitation goes out to the people watching right now, and if you want to get involved, on the FNL1 eSports F1 League, just give us a shout out, and that goes to the drivers too when you're rewatching the stream back.
Definitely. And Skids asked what happened to Jetsy. We didn't really see what happened to Jetsy. He sort of, I think he did it to himself.
Yeah, we're not sure if he actually properly DNF'd, or if he got DQ'd, or if he just retired.
Yeah, but it was after safety car period with, I think, Schnell and Major Dan, and then Jetsy was out that same phase. So, don't know. We didn't get to see it, unfortunately, but he is out. And 14 cars from 16.
And looking at the board there, obviously Andrew HRT got DQ'd and Jetsy just DNF'd, but I'm wondering what Andrew got DQ'd for. It might be for that jump start that you saw, Josh, and maybe he didn't serve the penalty in time.
Yeah,
that is a possibility.
It did look like a jump start to me. It was a little bit glitchy, but still, like it looked a lot like a jump start, and then he stopped, and then the field got going again, and
Epic on Mike now, ready to do it all over again. Well, just in the third sector now.
Let's see if he can't put it together this time. Down the front straight, he needs to get it together this lap, possibly. Oh, is Mike gone in?
Mike's gone in. He has gone in. So here we go. What's Mike's strategy going to be?
Lap 32 is in.
It's gone a long way. 29 laps on those mediums.
That leaves him 26 to the end, doesn't it? Yes.
Yeah, 26 minimum. So see what tyres they put on.
Thrust Max came in too, and he got speed.
They're going on a soft. They're going on a soft. So now let's see. I still think that he's going to need to pit again. I just can't see him taking that soft effectively with pace till the end, but we'll see what happens. Ideally now Mike will be thinking, give me 10 to 15 laps on these tyres and then produce a safety car.
Well, he's out in 5th spot now, so he's definitely in the shot of the podium there. I think Aussie Suspect, he's long gone.
Yeah. He just needs to keep it together from here on in. He's basically won this race.
Yes, he's checked out.
Yeah. But in saying that, anything can happen. You shouldn't discount. The race isn't over yet. I've seen people lose it from wins like that before. So.
And not only that, we've still got 3 safety cars up our sleeve, and that could reset the entire field.
It could. Yeah, anything could happen now that this second phase of pit stops are starting to happen. It's going to start putting people back in together again, out of phase. There's going to be slow tyres, fast
Oh,
tyres.
look at this Schnell, and there's a. Oh my God, is that Thrustmaster?
No, that's...
No.
It's Aussie suspect.
Aussie suspect.
We just put the mockers on him.
Oh.
It was a back marker with Schnell there, and they got tangled up. Well, there you go. Don't.
Oh,
Wow,
bloody
the
commentator's curse.
It's
Can't
not over
believe
until
that.
the fat lady sings.
Sorry, Aussie.
Okay, so that's, you know, he's still got a commanding lead, you know. Looks like a 12-second gap still maintained. So he's lost about 7 to 8 seconds in that little...
Does he have damage, though? Does his wings all look intact?
Yeah, they do. I'm just having a look here. No, he's got end plate damage on the outside left. End plate
That's going
damage.
to cause him understeer, especially through the fast, the kink 11 and 12. That's
And the
not gonna
thing
be
is,
fun.
no, it's not. And it's probably a little bit too early for him to call it now unless he goes on the medium. What's he going to do here? He's coming around. No, he's not pitting. He's going to stay out there.
I have to keep an eye on his lap times now. So
Yep.
Yeah, well, we'll see the gap here between, you know, Crazy's been pretty consistent here. It's floating around the 11.5-second interval. I expect Aussie will still be able to pull away from Kiwi on that being on a much younger and better tyre, but there will come a point where the gap will start to drop.
yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Aussie needs to get around. Oh, he's gone a bit wide. Understeer starting to affect him. Right on board with him and see how he's dealing with this situation. But yeah, he hasn't gained a lot of time on Kiwi, if any. It's sticking around 11.8 at the moment.
Also keep an eye on Schnell. He's on 1 lap hole tyres and he's second behind Bush Truck, who's on 20 lap hole tyres. So definitely could be a bit of a move there happening as he gains on him in that into the third sector now. Definitely going to set him up on the DRS down on the main straight.
Yellow, there's a Ferrari in trouble. Virtual safety car.
Oh,
Virtual
mate,
safety
Dan's
car.
retired.
Oh
He must have
no.
lost it somewhere. He's retired. He must have put in the wall.
Yes, he's broken. Yeah, he's broken front suspension there.
Oh.
That's out of turn 5, I believe.
Where he's been
Somewhere
cleared up.
there. Yeah, at the beginning.
He
of
was
sector
he was
2.
out of turn 12, exit of 12.
Oh, was it down there? Was
Yeah.
it?
Lost it.
So we're back to green flag racing again. So it didn't stop too long.
But they're pitting. Aussie suspect is pitted. Kiwi's pitting. Epic is pitted. They're all pitting.
I wonder if they thought the safety car was going to come out, so they jumped in, but it just was virtual, was it?
Yeah, it was a quick virtual, and Aussie's gone on the medium now, and that's probably the only tyre that's going to get him home to the end now from here on.
See, he's got the racing brain. He knew that. That was the right call to make at that point.
That's right. Kiwi's gone on the hard, it seems.
Ooh.
He did. Mike's on that soft. He's continued. He's behind BP now. He's up into second.
Well, he's going to definitely have to get around BP ASAP because BP's on super old tyres. BP doing his usual, stretching the life out of his tyres and then some.
This is getting quite interesting now. That's just that short stint of virtual safety car has just managed to bring a bit of life back into this one.
This is where the old Bernie, you know, crazy thoughts of should we introduce just a fake safety car for the sake of it.
He wasn't so crazy, was he? We were talking about the wet race at Paul Ricard and then the sprinklers there and then just a fake safety car here and there. But it's really brought a few together because it's activated a few pit stops. It's brought BP to the front with Mike. And Kiwi on the hard tyre. This is the overtake. Mike gets it done, quick, smart, and BP will be happy to just trail off in third for now because he's
I'm
on.
wondering, BP maybe should have pitted in that.
Yeah, he missed an opportunity there, didn't he?
Yeah, he might have missed it. Maybe he was past the pit lane. I'm not sure, or wasn't close to it. I don't know. But he's definitely trying to stretch that out. 27 laps on that medium tyre. 28 as of now.
Epic ran a bit wide out of the last corner, and yeah, he's lucky it's reduced damage because he'd be out of this one. So that saves him a little, but it means Kiwi gets a little bit of the extra jump on him.
Just while we're watching that action, I'll just give you a quick little update for the people watching. Jetsy says in the chat there that he got T-boned. So that was why he got DNF'd. And your eyes are not failing you, Josh. Andrew in our Discord chat he's confirmed that he did a jump start and then got disqualified.
There you go. I do wear glasses, so you never know. Sometimes you might see stuff.
Just keeping an eye on that interval between Mike and Aussie, and it stayed pretty static. That means, you know, Aussie's got some serious pace in that Red Bull.
Oh yeah, he's on it.
Epic. He's within a second now of Crazy Kiwi. So he's starting to put the starting to use those medium tyres to full effect because Kiwi's on the harder compound and it's starting to affect his lap times now. So Epic, just dig away at this one. He'll be in front of Kiwi before you know it. But that, can he get the mediums to get to the end from here?
Yeah. From here you could get the mediums to the end. Yeah.
That's a weird choice on the hards. Anyway, there goes the move. And he's turned in. Epic was there, but he's just backed out of it slightly. And the Alpha now takes 4th place with Kiwi down to 5th. Yeah, it's an odd choice to go hards at this point.
That's speaking of the tyres, it's the only reason what I can think of why BP didn't pit in that little window there. I'm just thinking maybe he wasn't confident enough with the amount of laps left to switch to the soft. Maybe he just wanted a few more laps under his belt so he didn't have to nurse the tyres.
Yeah, but he's already he started on the soft, did he? I'm sure he was on the soft. So
no.
Was he on the soft? I'm pretty sure he was, and he pitted early because of that, damage.
He pitted twice early as well.
Yeah, so I'm thinking he could have gone on another medium and easily made it, But now, by stretching it out this long, the only advantage... Yeah, he has to go soft, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see Kiwi now, the interval, just growing over a second. Epic's able to pull away from him a little bit. I think Epic made a small mistake, and that's brought Kiwi back into the fray. And he might get, in the detection zone, he might get some DRS out of it. Yes, he will. So DRS activated, but Epic a lot quicker, better traction out of the last corner, gets onto the power sooner, and he's able to defend that lead quite easily at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just interested in BP, what he's going to do. I'm looking at the gaps there, and I'm thinking if he comes into the pits now, he's going to come in probably behind Bots, in between Bots and Groover there. So he's going to have his work cut out to the checkered flag, but he's going to be on much fresher tyres.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what he's, like you said, he's going to go for this it's not really a one-stop anymore, but it feels like it, going onto that soft tyre for the end. He doesn't want to leave too many laps in there, but he wants to leave enough laps where he can make a difference.
That's right.
Groover's coming out on some fresh medium tyres.
Well, what do we got now? We've got 21 laps to go.
Yeah. And
I think the window's about now. I'd call it.
Depends how hard he can go on those. He probably needs to be safe. I would go another 5 laps, and then he can go hard on 15 laps on the soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Aussie suspect at the front. Did he get that wing fixed? He did.
He did.
Yeah. So.
And he's pulled out another second, or at least another second on Mike.
Oh, BPV8's in the pit lane, and he was caught speeding.
And he's going on that soft. He is going on that soft. Let's see what happens now. But he got caught speeding. That's another 5 seconds.
That's undone his hard work.
Oh, all of it.
He has indeed.
He's just gonna have to hope that. And if we do get a safety car now, it's just gonna wipe a lot of the work off the board. Oh, that was a back marker, surely, was it? No, was it? No, it wasn't. That was Bots. He was going for track position.
Oh,
he pushed him a little bit wide.
Wow.
Have a look at this one. I wasn't really fully aware of it, but as BP came out, that was bots for track position, and you can see they got side by side next to each other. Bots had the pace, but elbows were out in the Mercedes. Oh, he just had a little bit too much pace through turn one.
Old mate Thrustmaster is all over the back of Kiwi now, coming onto the third DRS slot.
He certainly is. Shows the nose on the inside. Not yet. Coming up to turn 14, 15. Keeps it clean through there. The Red Bulls, they'll be looking for a 1-2. Thrust, he was caught up early in an incident, and he's had to work hard ever since.
You know, Thrustmaster or Thrustmax is on for a podium here because Mike has to pit, and his pace hasn't been good enough to get a gap to that crew. He's only got enough of a gap maybe to BP, but those guys behind him aren't going to stop again.
No, they're not.
I was wondering if Mike's going to stop again or not. I'm actually watching that with interest. I'm just thinking he might be trying to pace himself to the end here.
It's going to be hard. He's
a long shot, you think?
He's on 8-lap old tyres, and what have we got here? We've got at least another 18 laps to go.
It's a long shot.
I mean, mediums, yes, but softs, I don't know.
Like I said earlier, I mean, the front runners early on, they got about 22, 23 laps out of the tyres with a full car. So I'm thinking he might be able to squeeze that extra 3 to 4 laps out with the lighter car. That's what I'm just watching with interest at the moment.
Yeah, I think he could do it, but, you know, will that make him the sitting duck, though? You know, that's the question.
Yeah, because what's Thrustmax on? He's on 8-lap old tyres, so he's going to the end.
Yeah, he's definitely going to the end, and Kiwi obviously on being on the hards going to the end, and here we have now.
Thank you, Daniel Christopher Jeffries. Yeah, Thrustmaster he's going to DRS on him too. Daniel Christopher Jeffries hits the like button as well. Down the front straight, DRS for him. He's closing in on the Toro Rosso. Shows the nose up on the inside into the first turn.
Oh!
Oh, Kiwi's run wide. Oh, Thrustmasters. I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, but Kiwi had a lot of top end there. You know, like I was looking at Thrustmax. He had that thing juiced up on 4, and he still didn't get the move completed until, you know, into the braking zone well and truly. But Kiwi tried to hold out there a little bit in hopes that he could hold the outside line, which he couldn't. But that Toro Rosso has some pretty big top end there. Is Kiwi running a little bit less wing?
Maybe, very much. I've seen the guys do some front nose adjustments through the pit stop, so maybe Kiwi's been one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Groove is up to 9th as Chook takes to the pit lane and gets rid of those old medium tyres. And Bambi will move up into the top 10, so F1 Bambi having a strong one down there. There was a yellow flag for someone. It's cleared, so we're nothing to worry about. Aussie suspect he's gained about 2 seconds on Mike over the last little period, so yeah, he's going to be hard to beat.
Next target for Thrustmax is Epic, and a couple of seconds behind him there. So
yeah, 2.7 seconds, and yeah, it's going to be the battle of tyre degradation between those two at the end.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
10 lap old tyres. And then Epic's got 7s, so yeah, that could be the difference for Epic to stay in front at the end of all of this, if it works out for him. Mike, though, he's going to struggle with those soft tyres. I don't know how he's going to make them last.
Bot's just got a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. He's really been in the wars today from every angle.
From every angle, yeah.
Ming's up. He's coming up on Bushchook here through 12. So he just needs to keep it clean. Bushchook's on some new soft tyres, but looks like Ming's sort of got a little bit more confidence through the corners at the moment. Hopefully the McLaren doing a lot better in the real world than 12th place. You'd say that's okay, but you want them scoring points.
So Aussie suspect 1 minute 26.8. That was his last lap. just have a look here at Mike when he crosses the line. 26.3 for Mike, and BP was the next groover and mover. Let's see what his speed is. He got the fastest lap on the last lap report.
Who's that groover?
No, BP did. BP got the fastest lap.
Okay,
He's really moving now. So he crossed the line with a 25.2. So he's right up on. He's the fastest car on the circuit right now, BP.
Okay, and he's got a lot of work ahead of him as well. So this is he's got to employ the dust system to get that extra tenth or two.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to ask Mercedes if they're going to use dust this weekend.
Schnell gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags.
Ooh.
So he's in 10th place. So who was Schnell had the let through there?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no cars in and around him, but maybe that was from before. Because he did get involved with Aussie Suspect. Was it Aussie Suspect?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, when they got
Mike, what's going on there? Mike getting around one of the back markers. I don't know if he bullied the McLaren off the road.
Well, hang on, look at that gap interval. What's this? Am I seeing that correctly?
Yeah, it says 2.7. That's what's happened there.
Aussie must have made a mistake.
I think must have made a mistake. It's game on. Oh.
Or did Aussie get tangled with backmarkers again?
I don't know. Yeah. That could have been that yellow flag I saw. It was flashed up for just a moment.
Well, this is getting juicy now because Mike's times when Zen was just going through them was actually on point with Aussie.
Yeah, he was right on. He was probably a smidgen faster that last lap prior.
Thrust is within striking distance of Epic too, so yeah, the podium positions are definitely not sorted. Not sorted at all.
People.
Oh, we do. And the back markers, they're going to be rolling chicanes for these guys to navigate. This is going to get very interesting, I think, now in the last 10 laps.
And he's definitely coming up the traffic. I think it's Buschuk, is it? Yes, it is. It's Buschuk that is his next back marker. Now, Buschuk's a pretty smart driver. You know, he'll probably move over on the blue flags. But then, after Buschuk, the next one on the list is Schnell. And we know Schnell doesn't like to always move. Ming's retired. Ming's retired.
Oh, no, Ming, what have you done?
Where's Ming done that?
Can't see it.
Looks like the McLarens are both moving around the circuit, so I'm not sure why. Mike's gone into the pit lane.
So Mike's pitted.
Okay.
Yeah,
that answers that.
That answers that question. Yeah.
BP will get him. Well, this is going to be a 4-way fight for the podium now. Well,
correct.
3-way fight. Oh, Thrustmax is there too, so definitely.
Thrustmax. Yeah, I thought Thrustmax could have gone on, or did he have damage as well, or something? Because I thought he had medium tyres. He could have gone.
Yes, I don't know, but I guess he wants the softs. Guess he feels it's too much of a disadvantage if he stayed on those mediums.
Well, then this is now like, which one of these guys? Oh, there's a big intervals between them, though.
Epic and so Aussie Suspect, you'd suspect will stay there. Epic's got a good lead. It's whether or not BP can hold it out from third place. It's going to be the interesting.
I think Epic will come under serious pressure from BP in the next 5 to 6 laps.
Oh yeah, we've definitely got enough laps to go. So yeah, you're right. Epic will be struggling to defend that position. So BP's going to put the lap times in. Oh, this one's spiced up. That's a great way to end it too.
This is spicing up for the podium for sure.
And it's nice afternoon in Melbourne by the looks of it. It's too bad we're not actually watching the end of the real one. It would be good to talk about something on the podcast. We've got nothing to talk about now. Dean Dell has followed. Welcome along. We're about to watch a very exciting finish here in this special Melbourne GP, 100% corona free. We're waiting to see if Epic Game can hold off BP V8, and Mike down in 4th place. Thrustmaster there in 5th. Kiwi. All of those drivers, they're fighting for the podium now.
So 3 safety cars. One. We had 1 virtual safety car. 2. So we have 1 ace up our sleeve. Left.
Kiwi. I think the real battle is going to be here between. I think their bots is too far back, so we're looking at the real battle here between Kiwi, Max, and Mike.
Oh, Bambi didn't have the
probably going to have
confidence.
too much.
Sorry, Bambi didn't have the confidence to get Groover there, but he was definitely catching him because he
He'll have a
backed
second
out
bite
of
of
it.
the cherry now.
He lifted big time down the straight.
He has
Just-
to take him on the outside. Can't get the move done from the outside.
Oh!
And he's
Bang
done
into the wall. He survived though.
He's the 3rd person to do it on that same curb.
You can't go around the car on the outside there.
Yeah,
No, there's no grip.
it's very, very hard.
And he's on hard tyres too. So,
Yeah, he's on hard tyres. Yeah.
well, you live and you learn.
He was having a pretty good, solid, debut race there until that point.
Well, he hit that he hit the curb, and then he hit that AstroTurf, and it was just goodbye from there on in. Dublinoli, thank you for following on Twitch. Good to have you along. And Unlucky Bambies from Swatter.
Just to let you guys know, Aussie never fixed or has new damage now to his end plate. On the right end plate is damaged. Now, I don't know if that was from before he never repaired it, or it's a new bit of damage, but that will compromise his performance there a little bit. So now I'm going to keep an eye on his interval, on his lap time, and then we'll check it with Epic and BP.
Yeah, Schnell's coming up on Groover again, so Groover's he's getting attacked. Oh, look at the run! The Ferrari got out of there. Huge speed. And Schnell gets it take up in 8th place, and Groover will have to fight back from 9th. I don't know if he's got the grip to do it, though. That Ferrari was a rocket out of the corners. Look at it. Schnell's just on a different level at the moment. Completely different level. He's built the gap now almost to a second, so Schnell's gone. Groover's got nothing on him. Those tyres are making all the difference.
Aussie's on 27 flat, and all the boys behind him are in the low 25s. And I think BP, I didn't get enough time to switch. I think BP's even in the mid 24s.
So BP's his mirrors are going to start being filled up soon. Oh, sorry, Epic's mirror is being filled up now by BP.
Yeah, BP is a good solid second quicker than Epic at the moment. Mike's somewhere in between the both of them. And Aussie's, his last lap was a 27. I'll keep an eye on again for the end of this lap and see how they're travelling. But definitely, BP needs to get past Epic real quick, and then he has a chance to put an assault down. You know that. Whether on his tyres will do it.
Chook has brought out the safety car there.
Oh, there you go.
Because he went off.
Oh, this is going to make it a fight to the end now. It's a sprint to the end.
Now, will some of these guys pit now? Who's...
Aussie suspects coming in.
Is Aussie in?
Yeah, Aussie's pitting. You've got to fight fire with fire now. They all have to pit now.
Is that Mike following him in too?
Epic's the next one around. Epic's in the pit.
Epic, BP's gone through. Mike is about to come to the pit lane. What does Mike do? He goes through. Thrust obviously goes through. And Kiwi's a little further behind.
Well, where's Aussie going to come out now? BP's gone through. Mike's gone through. Thrust will go through.
Oh, unbelievable.
We've got a 10-lap sprint on our hands, boys.
Thrust gets in front of his teammate. And Aussie down in 4th place. But brand new tyres.
Wow. For the guys who have stuck it through this race and are still here with us, get ready for a grandstand finish here.
Yes, what has just gone? Here we go.
It's literally going to come down to it. 9 lap sprint, maybe an 8-lap sprint race. We don't know how spread out the field. Yeah, the field's pretty spread out, so this pace car probably will take a good 2 or 3 laps.
And a lap or two ago, BP was on the worn tyres, and now the leader of the race at the current point is on the oldest tyres. So from the chasing pack behind him.
Yeah, how it's all flipped around.
Yeah, BP's 10-lap-old softs. I mean, this safety car period's going to help him stretch it, but yeah, he's going to be he's the worst off of them now.
And interestingly there, if you look, Aussie Suspect is behind his teammate Thrustmax, who has significant pace, and you know, Thrustmax is going for a podium here himself, so I don't think he's going to give Aussie any helping hand in getting around him.
And let's be honest, guys, we've just thrown these guys all together today. So are they really teammates?
Yeah, that is a very good point. Yeah, they only know that they're teammates by the colour of their.
That's exactly right.
Oh, I wouldn't be too unhappy if this was how the real one turned out. Because this one has had a very exciting finish. It's had some crazy stories in between, and this finish it's not written yet.
You wouldn't be too unhappy. How do you think Claire Williams would feel if this was the real one?
Yeah, with Mike in second.
Yeah.
I reckon keep an eye on Bots on the restart. He's pitted. He's on fresh tyres. He's in seventh. He's still obviously the sectors haven't yet adjusted, but he's gonna go like a bat out of hell. I kid you not. He's gonna make a move on Kiwi and Epic almost immediately. So they be prepared for anything back there. And then we don't know the dynamic between Aussie and Thrust, and what they're going to do in regards to Mike and BP. Now we do know Mike and BP. They raced with each other. They were former teammates a couple of seasons ago, so they know each other very, very well. BP's going to be the cork in the bottle here because he has the oldest tyres.
That's what I said. Yep. Come on, safety car. Make sure you come in this lap. Another lap.
Do you think people would still be going, "Oh, it's Melbourne, it's a street circuit, we should get rid of it, it's a shit"? Because that's what all the podcasts would be bloody on Monday. If
We're never getting rid of those people.
And then the next one is, "Oh, Monaco, it's a train, it's just a procession, we should get rid of Monaco, it's only there because of the history."
The cars have outgrown the track.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. It's my favourite race of the year.
I could pretty much write the podcast titles for every track now, just like I could predict them now.
Well, you know what? We've got to find a way of entertaining ourselves in this, the lull of no Formula One real-world on-track action. So maybe we've got to start something like that. Let's see if we can guess the headline of the races when they actually start.
Yeah, well, Melbourne's one would have been, "We need to get rid of Melbourne." Like, oh, it's just and then it's always, "It's a street circuit. That's why we never see the real performance."
Here we go. Pull into the pit, safety car.
Nah, it's another lap.
No.
Yeah, the field's not compressed yet.
What is going on, Jared Lopp? Yes, we're nerding out on this one. This is going to be a very interesting finish. It's got all of the elements we need for an exciting one.
BP's actually, this is working into his hands. The
Yeah,
longer that safety car, yep, he's going to keep those tyres, because he will be running it thin at the end, extremely thin, because we know that BP has already set some of the fastest laps, so those tyres are probably already hurting. And this second half of the stint, so to say, is going to put those tyres to the ultimate test.
Swat has already written us the podcast titles.
Okay.
China cancelled, Bahrain cancelled, Vietnam cancelled.
We should put those podcasts out and then just...
Yeah, just a whole bunch of white noise.
Damn you, Codemasters. We want to get back to racing. We didn't need another lap.
Well, who's that? Who are we waiting on there? I think it's Bambi at the back there. He should catch the grid by the end of this lap. So I think we should be go. Usually we get race control telling us as they exit sector 2 if the pace car's going to go.
Yeah, he's getting pretty close. I don't know. We might get this lap hopefully. Come on, let's get rid of that safety car. BP's going to be chomping at the bit. He'll be wanting an extra lap. The cars, though, look at him swerving, getting heat back up into those tyres.
This looks juicy, let me tell you.
Yeah. Bambi's about to catch them. So
About to catch it, but I haven't had from race control. Here it is. We got race control confirmed. Safety car in this lap. Here we go.
So
Brace
BP.
yourselves, boys, because I have a feeling there's no more safety cars left. So if they get into each other, it's
This
game
is
over.
it.
Oh, BP is trying to run away with it. He hasn't backed him up the way Aussie Suspect would. And he's going to plant the foot. Oh, there's been contact with the Red Bulls. I think Aussie Suspect might have hit his teammate. So that's going to compromise his run. And we get back up into racing. Mike side by side up into the first turn. Is he going to get the overtake on the Mercedes? Inside line. He does. And doesn't quite get it. The Red Bulls stay one by one where they were. Epic's through.
Oh, it was huge.
Ooh, that was... he's rusty.
Oh, dude.
Oh no! Who got through that?
Aussie got through that somehow. Epic got through it. Mike was a victim. Thrustmaster was a victim. There was Schnell was airborne and above one of the cars. He was insane.
What happened to Mike? I thought Mike was ahead of all of that carnage.
Yeah, let's have a look at the replay. Mike was there. He was ahead. The Red Bull, I think it was thrust. He was trying to take control of it into the turn. Oh, it was a back punt by one of the guys coming into the corner at full pelt.
Oh, Mike was just an innocent bystander in that one.
He had nothing to do with that. So he's done
Aussie's now all over the back of BP. He's got that front wing damage that he hasn't yet fixed. So that's going to be something for BP to fight with on those older tyres. But you've got Epic and Bots right up there as well now.
Yeah, so
And
Aussie's missing bits on your front wing, you're right. Epic, he looks okay, and Bots is ready to... One's going right down to the wire. Here we go. Bots is going to show a nose into turn one. He didn't quite have the top end to do it. No one did. They stay as they were. And we start lap 52.
Bots is going to make a move in the second DRS zone. He's gone on the outside. He won't get it to stick through there. Holds his position. Oh! Schnell got a little bit of a touch from the back there.
Oh, he's out wide. Schnell comes in. Bambi, he just avoids contact with him and getting squeezed into the inside wall. So they stay 6th and 7th for now. Mike is coming, but I think they've got too much damage really to do much about it.
And he's feeling BP's mirrors.
And Bambi's touched Schnell in there, so he's lost front wing now. So understeer will come for Bambi. Everybody getting a little bit too aggressive now.
Bots in the third DRS zone. He's right in there. The DRS isn't yet activated, so he's got to just work it himself. Yellow flags in sector 3.
Oh, it's Mike and Kiwi.
Mike's retired. Out.
Let's have a look. Where Groover's coming up on the situation, I think.
They're both out.
Disaster.
11 and 12, exit of 12. You can see on the map. That's where the yellow flag is.
Oh, in the kink, yes. Yeah.
Let's have a look. You'll be able to see them.
No safety cars left.
Yep, they just piled up on the outside. Oh my God.
Jerome, welcome along. Has followed us on Twitch, and this one is insane. There's no way we could have predicted this could have happened. BP leading, Aussie Suspect trying to claw back the win that he so eagerly had. The safety car ruined that for him, but he needed to come in and get on these soft tyres to fight back. But BP's holding him off. He's holding them off. 5 more laps.
And Epic's there, just close enough to keep Aussie Suspect honest too, so. And Bots is there, yes.
BP just not making any mistakes. He's just going to hold his line. If Aussie gets anywhere close, he's just going to drift it out into the middle of the track to really make a compromised line for Aussie to break under. Aussie's only way really is to get the drive out of this section here now. If he can can get a drive and use the DRS, save the juice, and get up beside him. But the gap is still too big there. That's just too big.
Purple Man's Nelson has activated beast mode. He's chucked in $2 to on the super chat there. So thank you very much for your support. And as that happens, Bots goes wide.
Again!
Turn 1. He's off to the side. He needs to avoid contact. And that is all the safety cars gone, because that is why they're not being activated. Bambi's up into 6th. He's right in behind Schnell here. So this is the battle for 5th now. It's really elevated for them in the last couple of laps.
Wow, this is impressive from BP, just holding the suspect. I do suspect that he does have a bit of damage there, Aussie, but...
He does. On the restart, he hit the other Red Bull thrust.
And he got through all that carnage somehow.
Oh, I don't know how. Yeah, well, BP, he's been in this situation before, so we know we can keep calm. But we have seen the pressure get to BP again in the title decider in Canada. That big accident he had coming out of like turn 4.
Exactly, and I think it's going to come down to how much does BP want to win what technically is a non-championship race. And we know that he was hungry for that at the end of last season, and really he felt the pinch of the pressure. But here, if he can stay calm, he's got this.
Well, he's just gone purple sector 3, so he's really starting to put the laps together now. He's catching up to the front man. BP, the gap 4/10 at the moment. Swatter says BP is always hungry to win. Doesn't matter if it's a championship or not.
And that's what I thought.
No difference with real life and racing and esports there. When you're a driver, you want to win.
At the moment, I'm keeping an eye on both their ERS. BP has got about 60% left, and whereas Aussie's got about 30% left in the ERS on the tank. So that could be the key here. You know, BP's just got that reserve. He's managed to conserve a little bit more. They're not using it in this back sector at all. They're just waiting for it down in that DRS zone. Now Aussie goes in there, but he's holding it only on 0. He's not using it. He's still conserving.
3 laps to go.
Bambi's getting close to Schnell as well, so this one's getting quite exciting. Super chat again from Purple Man's Nelson. He's donated $2. He said Real Estate Guru will be back, so so hopefully you enjoyed that one, Real Estate. And you're in the FNL1 Discord now, man, so you're more than welcome to join the races. It's been an absolute pleasure having you guys along today. But here comes Aussie on the back end of BPV8. He's getting close.
Just enough. Oh, late on the brakes. There was a bit of a tap there.
Oh, and that's going to hurt now because there's only 2 to go. He really needed to make that move work, Aussie.
And now he's under pressure by Epic.
Yeah, well, Epic's going to... Yeah, he is. Epic's closed him in now. So, Aussie, the pressure's got to him today. It's a no-pressure race, but... it's really... This... I don't want to, you know, put the curse on him again.
Well, just to give you an idea, Epic's on 35% ERS. Aussie's managed to salvage up to 57%. And BP's going to check out. He's at 84% and he's conserving still. So I think he's just going to lay it all on the line in the last lap and a half.
Here goes Aussie. No, sorry, Epic gets Aussie. And Epic's up into 2nd place.
Up into 2nd place.
Nice move.
Oh, but here's the fight back. Almost.
Oh, he's tagged him on the back end. He's going to push him wide through 15. No, he recollects it, and Epic will get back up to full pace. Oh, no, he's made the mistake out of the last corner. I think he's lost wing, front end wing as well. He's lost a lot of downforce on the front. Aussie's pushed it too hard.
Yeah, it's time to just take your pill and just see this to the checkered flag, I think.
He is getting close to Epic, though. Is he going to be able to pull it up and turn the car in? Because it's going to have severe understeer.
Yeah, it'd be hurting like a bitch too, that understeer now. And being on that end plate on the left, that's the one that you probably need more here, being a clockwise circuit. But BP definitely checking out now. He's still got plenty of ERS in reserve, and I believe that he's, going to really put it all on. He's going to wind it all up, try and probably punch out a fastest lap.
Now the question remains is who has penalties and how much? Scotty Ray.
When I checked about 15, 20 laps ago, Aussie Suspect had no penalties at all. No penalties at all.
He's into the... he survived. He's pushing too hard now. He's overdriving the car. And he's going to hurt his chances of even getting to the finish line at this rate. It's a mad shame because he drove so consistently and brilliantly at the front from the start. Just that big incident, that restart, that final restart, caught everyone.
BP has a 5-second penalty, and Epic has no penalty.
Ooh. Well, that's going to change the ultimate result.
Suspect has no penalties either. Bushchook has no penalties either.
So BP might not win this one.
No, he's not going to. I mean, this is the last lap. He's not going to pull out another second and a half, I don't think.
He's got it. He's got it juiced. He's got it absolutely juiced on 5. He's like doing a quali lap.
Look at him go. Pat's 1285 has followed on Twitch. Welcome along to the team. And McRae as well.
4 seconds, halfway around. He's got another half a lap to do it. I think he's going to do this, guys. Thrustmax sets a 1 minute 23 fastest lap so far, but I think he cut that last corner. I don't know if that's going to ping him. He'll probably just give him a warning and get away with it.
MCR91, welcome as well. Subscribing, and the guys are saying they might not see the season this year in 2020. We'll have the full season here virtually. It's 100% corona-free, I promise you. But here comes BP. Has he done enough?
Has he done enough?
He needs 5 seconds. He's coming up to the line. The checkered flag's going to be flying for him. Is it enough? Oh, it's going to be so close.
Let's see what Epic can do here in this final sector now.
BP. He's picked him.
Epic's done it.
0.02 of a second. That's all it was. An Aussie Suspect has come through for third. It is Bambi up into fourth place.
Wow, that 5 seconds. He just couldn't string it out. He came so close.
It is a bummer, isn't it? But Epic wins. Epic will win.
Good win.
A good win, yeah. Literally, that was a bit, left field. We really didn't see Epic coming. We had Aussie Suspect down pat at lap 28, like could not be beaten. We didn't even think that BP could get himself in the podium situation at that stage of the race. And then we lose Mike, we lose Kiwi. Safety cars. We couldn't ask for any more, could we?
We couldn't. We definitely couldn't. Now, in an hour and a half, I'll be back streaming race on a Super Formula. So if you want some Super Formula action, you got an hour and a half. But wow, that was worth it today, guys, wasn't it? I'm sure everyone else who watched that also thought that was epic.
Oh, indeed. And a great win there by Epic.
That was a good win. Now let's see if these boys jump in for you to interview them then, and Josh.
Did you give him the roles to do it?
Yep. I just told them to jump in.
Well, there's the podium we didn't get today. That'd be going off about now too, wouldn't it? The podium.
Yeah, that would be right about now. Oh, yeah, probably about 15, 20 minutes ago. Who knows if they would have had so many safety cars as we did.
Yeah, that's true. But that was totally worth it. Now, I don't know if we're going to be doing this again with Bahrain, but I think we should. So, all the new people that have followed us, welcome along. Stagia, followed on Twitch. If you want to get involved, make sure you've hit up fnl1esports.com and join the Discord. And make sure you've got your alerts on so you know what's happening. But yeah, this race here in Australia, I hope it entertained you because we didn't get the real one, but I think this was just as good.
Oh, definitely. It had everything, a wet quali, safety cars galore, action, and what looked certain was not.
And yeah, one of the big things, just I want to thank again everyone that's come, you guys as well for co-commentating today. What I wanted to prove was that the little guys can put on just as a big, good and exciting race as the big guys with money, with teams. Because there is like the All-Star race happening. Velocia eSports have got something happening a little later on. Now, obviously, they've got a big team behind them and money. They have networking. They've got big race car drivers coming, Formula E drivers, all that sort of stuff, big influencers. But little guys like us, we put it on just as an exciting show. So that's what I wanted to prove today, and I think we've ticked the box well and truly. Wow.
Thank you, Josh.
No.
Are you? Can we get
BP's in. BP's in.
Yeah. Epic reckons his mic's shagged, but maybe we can tell. You know.
Well, we'll just talk to BP. If he's here.
Yes.
22 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, penalties are bullshit.
Maybe I saw I knew you were going to juice it up at the end there, and you had plenty of ERS in reserve. You just needed to juice one corner earlier, and you would have got it. Hindsight.
Yeah, probably. But put it this way, I did not have my rights the correct setup on, so that whole race is a pain in the ass.
Well, we were wondering with a couple of the guys that didn't look like they had their proper setups because they were a little bit all over the place.
Half of them they didn't know they were into the last minute, so no one really done any laps on the tracks. Pretty much jump in and go, so everyone was pretty green.
Well,
I didn't like. I got the speeding pit lane. I was 2Ks over the limit on the pit lane. That's how I got it.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, speeding a pit lane. Jeez.
But I didn't think at that stage I'd be in contention for the race at all. Considering I got pretty much funneled straight into Bushchook from, I think it was from Ming.
Yeah.
When Bushchook had his spin, it pretty much got funneled straight into Bushchook.
We're just trying to get at least Aussie Suspect into the chat.
No, it's his first time with us, and I don't think he knows, or he hasn't responded to any of my shout-outs to jump into the channel, so I don't think we're going to get him on, unfortunately.
I would have lost to him anyway in penalties, but he ended up drilling the back of me anyway.
There was
I had a lot less brake pressure than what I'd normally have, so I was kind of really struggling to brake properly. Well, not brake properly, but maximize the braking.
What happened at the start there? You know, you were sort of in there and in thereabouts, and then you had that moment. You know, you just got spun out. Did you get tagged or?
No, it was on my own. Just this setup has no back end. And yeah, I hit the curb wrong and around I went. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the end of me. And yeah, the mid pack on the safety car is brutal. Just people brake checking everything. It's kind of, yeah, I'm glad I'm not there on Fridays. I'll try not to be at least.
You I think it was after the second safety car, you sort of dived into the pits at the last minute. What was your thinking at that moment? Because you had already been in just a few laps.
Because I'd already burned a bit of those other tyres. It's like, I looked behind me, there was only 2 or 3 cars behind me. I was like, yeah, I'll be able to get this, throw in the safety car, I won't lose too much, and yeah.
Well, it paid off in the end. You won the race, you put the pressure on, and here you are. Oh, you didn't win. I keep forgetting you lost it on bloody penalty.
Technically, I crossed the line first.
You did. That's all I remember sometimes. It's just who's gone across the line first. But
I'll do a Canada and just put the number 1 board in front of mine.
You were, yeah, do it like Vettel in Canada.
Last
year.
Everyone was having a real laugh tonight, and yeah.
Oh well, thanks for coming out for it, because it was a long race. I don't know. It's a lot different to the 50% races, because you got to deal with fuel and everything, a heavier car, and was that hard to deal with?
Actually, well, I suppose the heavier fuel tank really compromised me at the start. I just wasn't used to it. But I was actually conserving fuel for 2/3 of that race. But I was on the recommended, and yeah, just kept losing fuel. So I was conserving for 2/3 of that race.
I think I just looked at the
That's
monetization of the video. I think because we put coronavirus in the title, we've been limited to no ads.
If I actually picked the right setup, I would have been a lot more comfortable out there.
Well, we've got Aussie. Aussie Suspect has come in. Finally, we've got him into the interview room. Aussie, how was that? You were definitely one of, if not the fastest guy on the track. And yes, safety cars compromised you and back markers hurt you.
Yeah, the safety cars didn't bother me too much because I wasn't too far off going in for fresh tyres anyway. So I dealt with that. That wasn't too bad. I did find that I was doing quite good laps, had pretty good pace, but it was just that one Ferrari driver. I don't even know his name, but he took me out twice as he was getting the blue flags, which either spun me out and gave me damage, or, well, basically I think both times it spun me out and gave me damage, which then I either had to deal with or pit to replace damaged parts. Which inevitably put me back to third because I just couldn't keep up the first two once I had a damaged wing. So that was the end of the day.
You got Ocon'd.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah, it was disappointing because I've actually never won a league race before, and I thought maybe today's my day. But
You would have won. You would have won that even if you crossed the line behind me. They had a penalty anyway.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, you definitely had some great pace out there, and it looked yours for keeps. I mean, just past the halfway mark, we were thinking, well, it's settled down. You've stretched a big gap. The guys that could have threatened you didn't have the same pace as you on the same tyre, and then it all changed.
I know. It would have been a little bit more exciting on the commentary part once I got taken out, but on my behalf, I was lucky the microphone wasn't on. So, well, not to be. It was good racing, everyone. But yeah, maybe next time I'll get a win.
Yeah, mate. Well, we'll probably be doing a few more of these to fill in the real world void. So keep in touch.
Sounds good, boys.
Definitely, and congratulations for your debut with us. I mean, it was a great drive. Very unlucky, really, in the end, but definitely one of the fastest guys that we've had today.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, I definitely don't want to be down the back. I prefer to be up the front than down the back. So, good start.
Yeah, and I want to put a shout out to your teammate for today's race, Thrust Max. Even though we kept on calling him Thrustmaster because it looked like on the screen, but he too had good pace, but was always unlucky. He too got probably the raw end of the deal when it came to some people's moves out there today, but. It is what it is. A lot of the guys are new to this group, and people don't know how everyone races. So when you take that into account, it actually wasn't as bad as it potentially could have been.
Well, this way also, it's not normally this chaotic.
Yeah,
no,
right.
definitely not.
That's good. Yeah,
it's like for example, the last race we did on Friday. Watch that one if you can. It's quite a bit different to today.
Yeah, if someone can chuck us a link in Discord to the last race, I'll have
sure Josh Shaw's and Zen will quickly do that.
Yeah, and I mean, if Friday nights are available to you, there's still room in the main league on Friday nights, and
somewhat,
Yeah, well, look, on Friday nights I can't commit 100% because when I work Saturdays, I actually start at 10 to 5.
Very early.
Yeah, so Friday nights, unless you guys race fairly early. I wouldn't be able to commit 100%.
Yeah, it starts at 8:30 Australian Daylight Time, Eastern Daylight Time.
Yeah, I'm in bed by about an hour by then.
Alrighty.
No, but look, I'll be in for as many races as I can, and more likely than not, I'll be available for a lot of races. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to say guaranteed every single Friday I can make it.
Welcome amongst us, mate. And just if you jump onto our FNL1 eSports page or even Josh's Demo 1, all of our races are all there anyway. So if you want to have a look or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And glad to have you on board.
Awesome. Look forward to it. I'll jump on board with, get on those pages and join them.
Awesome.
Well, you definitely earned an FNL1 badge today.
Good on you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And yeah, it goes for everyone else out there watching, listening as well. Don't forget, FNL1 and Demo 1 Garage. Well, yeah, I think we might do Bahrain when is it? Next week, is it?
Yeah, next week, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll try and give you a little bit more warning because this was I did this at the last minute. But I wanted to prove a point, and I think we've done it today.
No, I think it was really good. And well done, BP.
Yes, the cross the line first winner. Yes.
It was good, mate.
Yeah, I'm amazed Epic hasn't tried to, go out and buy a mic to get on to celebrate, his first win in a long time. Has he had a registered win in the league?
I don't think so. I think he doesn't really mind. I think if it was a Friday win, it might be a bit different. But
Yeah, okay.
we need another soaked race or something for.
Well, he definitely did well.
All right. Well, that's going to end tonight's broadcast because I've got to go and do I've got race on Oz at 6:30. So in about 2 hours time, hour and a half. I don't know. 7:30 they start. What's the time now? 5 o'clock.
Cars 2 race in about half an hour.
Yeah, so we got the evening races coming up. So stay tuned. If you're on Demo 1, that'll pop up on your notifications if you've hit the notifying the bell button. And then Monday morning we've got something at 10 a.m. because they've ended daylight savings time. We're about to do that. But yeah, Melbourne Grand Prix, 100% Corona free. That meant I didn't get any ad revenue, but it doesn't matter. It was worth it. Yeah, we'll do that again at Bahrain, I think, because that was a lot of fun. And yeah, thanks again, Zen and Aussie. It was a great evening.
Good to be along, mate. You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a great call. Had a lot of fun.
It did. All right, well, I'll end it there. And thanks again to everyone that has subscribed to our Super Chatters, Real Estate Guru and Zero. You were amongst them. And I'll see you guys in about an hour and a half. Good night.
Good night.